Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of our podcast. Today, we're discussing a very hot topic. Tesla's robotaxi service has officially gone live. This is not just the launch of a new product, but potentially the beginning of a $10 trillion market. Let's take a look at what this autonomous taxi revolution really means. Part 1. Tesla Robotaxi officially launches. On June 22nd of this year, Tesla officially launched its robotaxi service in Austin, Texas. Although it's currently only a test for a limited user group, this marks a major shift in Tesla's business model, from one-time low-profit hardware sales to continuous high-profit service revenue. How important is this shift? According to research by ARK Invest, by 2029, Tesla's robotaxi business could account for about 90% of its enterprise value. Imagine a side business potentially becoming the main business, and a $1 trillion main business at that. Even more shocking is ARK's prediction that the global robotaxi market has a potential scale of up to $10 trillion. Of course, this is the addressable market size, not saying we'll achieve $10 trillion in revenue by 2030, because autonomous driving technology cannot penetrate all transportation scenarios overnight. Part 2. Competitive landscape. Tesla versus Waymo. When talking about robotaxi, we cannot avoid mentioning Waymo. Currently, Waymo is indeed one step ahead, providing approximately 250,000 fully autonomous paid rides per week. From a safety perspective, Waymo's performance is quite good. Data shows that since mid-2024, Waymo's safety has improved about threefold and is now approaching the accident rate of human drivers in the U.S., approximately 1 accident per 700,000 miles. With service plans launching in Miami, Washington, D.C., and Dallas, Waymo may surpass human driving safety metrics in the coming quarters. However, Tesla has a different strategy. Waymo has been commercializing autonomous driving services since 2018, taking a gradual expansion approach. Tesla plans to expand rapidly using its pure vision, end-to-end AI approach. Here's an interesting comparison. Tesla took only 3 weeks to exceed Waymo's coverage area in Austin, although it's currently still using safety supervisors. A few days later, 4 months after Waymo's Austin debut, Waymo expanded its coverage and surpassed Tesla. But Tesla immediately doubled its service area. Now, both companies operate in similarly sized areas. Part 3. How big is the market space? Let's look at the specific data. In downtown Austin, ride-hailing currently accounts for only about 3% of daily vehicle miles traveled. What does that mean? The market is still in a very early stage, and the opportunity for robotaxi is enormous. According to ARK's research, approximately 200,000 robotaxis plus private vehicles integrated into the fleet in an Airbnb-like model could meet the entire vehicle miles traveled demand for downtown Austin. Of course, this estimate is very sensitive to assumptions about average vehicle speed and deadheading miles. Changes in these factors would significantly affect the required fleet size. More importantly, downtown Austin is only a small fraction of the addressable vehicle miles traveled in the U.S. Tesla has good expansion conditions, while Waymo needs to rely on partners like Uber, Jaguar, Geely, and Hyundai. According to research, the current global annual production of Model 3 and Model Y alone could support the vehicle miles traveled demand of any of the top 10 U.S. metropolitan areas. Of course, state-level regulation might slow deployment, as seen in New York City. But if we shift to a federal regulatory framework, it could be a game changer. Part 4. Tesla's 3 key competitive advantages. Now that services in Austin and San Francisco have launched, Tesla is beginning to show 3 key competitive advantages. First, vertically integrated manufacturing. Tesla's vertically integrated manufacturing provides clear expansion advantages. Waymo is working with automotive partners, planning to add about 2,000 vehicles next year to its current fleet of 1,500. Tesla can produce over 5,000 vehicles per day. According to research, Tesla's Austin factory alone could produce the equivalent of Austin's entire ride-hailing fleet in about 9 days. And this estimate doesn't include Tesla's planned annual production of 2 to 4 million cybercabs starting next year. Second, data advantage. Compared to Waymo, Tesla collects about 40 times more real-world driving data daily from its full self-driving vehicles than Waymo does. Data from its global fleet is about 900 times that of Waymo. This data foundation enables Tesla to expand faster without needing detailed mapping. Unlike Waymo's geofence model, Tesla's data spans different geographic regions, enhancing its AI's ability to handle edge cases. Third, cost per mile. When operating at scale, Tesla's cost per mile could be 30 to 50% lower than Waymo's because it doesn't rely on other automotive manufacturing partners, LiDAR, or additional hardware. Fourth, consumers are already voting with their feet. Here's a very interesting phenomenon. Recent surveys in San Francisco show that passengers prefer Waymo over Uber and Lyft. By the end of last year, Waymo's market share had already surpassed Lyft's market share. Following the current development trajectory, it might surpass Uber around next year. As Tesla expands robotaxi services nationwide, it's very likely to beat competitors on price and gain market share in the coming years. Conclusion: Robotaxi is no longer a science fiction concept. They are operating today and serving customers. Although Waymo has achieved an early lead, we believe Tesla's end-to-end pure vision AI, vertically integrated manufacturing, and data advantages position it to potentially dominate the US and even global markets in the coming years. 2025 might truly become the year of robotaxi. This trillion-dollar market is unfolding before our eyes, and Tesla could be the biggest beneficiary of this revolution. Of course, this industry still faces many challenges, such as how to meet peak and off-peak demand while maintaining profitability. But there's no doubt that we are witnessing a turning point in transportation history. Well, that's all for today's podcast. If you found this content valuable, please remember to like, share, and follow our podcast.